course it has to. Oops, there's my thing. There we go. Okay. So I know that there's a ton of people going live right now, and I wasn't prepared for
Mm-hmm.
this either, Deb, but we do know that there's some stuff going on. And actually, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna, I know that people are gonna start streaming in here now. Hello, guys. So I'm gonna let Deb
Hey guys.
talk about it. Yeah, with Tony Kline and what's going on there. So go ahead, Deb.
All right. So what we've been hearing for the last few hours, and we have sources going like crazy. Our phones have been ringing, dinging. I've got pictures. You saw a picture on our thumbnail. That's the front of Tony Kline's house right now with his vehicle out front. My source says that about an hour ago, the curtains on the side of the house were open and now they're closed. So somebody's in that house. I'm not sure who.
Yeah.
Um, so what we have heard is a couple different things. We've heard that he was arrested, that someone on that street saw him in handcuffs, but we have also heard that it has not gone down yet, but is about to. And that, you know, people have been called in on that, called in to work. Um, Adam is not on with us right now because he's continuing to check sources and work on this for us to see what we can come up with. Anybody who's in that area that has access to video of it actually going down or a picture of it going down, or they're seeing anything, please take a picture and send it to Sunny at acrimingshame@gmail.com. So that's what we are hearing, that Tony Kline has been arrested. We're hearing that there was a caravan of about 25 to 30 police cars that were headed from Lafayette. They were ISP, headed from Lafayette to Delphi. That's what we heard. That was about, what, Sunny, an hour and a half ago that we heard that.
Yeah.
It took place maybe a couple of hours ago. We've also heard that there have been helicopters. Our source, um, our source did, I'm sorry, she's texting me with info right now. Our source did say that she saw a helicopter um, going around the area um, in Peru just a little while ago, and it did look like an ISP helicopter. Um, so she is checking things for us right now, and that's where we are. I know that there are a lot of people saying that it's already taken place, and we're hearing that there are also going to be updates on one of the local TV channels, which is WTHR Channel 13, coming up at 6 p.m. We'll see if that happens. This could be the day, and we're praying that it is the day. Family is saying that they, or at least we've said that, seen that Tara German has posted that she does not know if it's true or not. There are other YouTubers who are live as well. Some of them are saying, let's wait and see, and some of them are claiming that it's a done thing. That's what we have so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, if you want to hop on, we'd love to have you.
I
We
did
could
send him a
use
link
your
if he does.
we could use your expertise right now on how to handle this.
Yeah.
Please, guys, give us a thumbs up as you come in. Share this live with friends. You can share it on your Facebook page so that people know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think
There's
there would
quite a
be a
bit.
lot of, where
Go
can
ahead,
we
Deb.
find the arrest warrant? Somebody's asking, where can we find the arrest warrant? There's a lot of paperwork that's going to have to be done on that. And I'm not sure if any of that is up yet or if it's been sealed. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull up 1 second here. Let me just pull up the pictures. Um, okay, so this is Tony's house as of what, Deb? About less than half an hour ago. Deb? Hello? Oh, did Deb crash? Deb, I can't hear you if you're there. Hey, guys. 1 second, I gotta tell Deb I can't hear her. He's not been arrested either. Yeah, murder sheet source says he's not been arrested either. Deb, I can't hear you. Let me just see what's going on here. Oh, and my iPad's been a piece of shit all day today. Yeah, you piece of shit, stay over there. All right. Nothing will be on my case until there are charges, and it's not the weekend. Yeah. Okay, Deb, I don't know where you went. You crashed or whatever. So let me just check, see where she is. Deb. Deb. Okay. Yeah, so there is something going on. But I don't believe he's been arrested yet. I don't believe that that's true.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back,
Oh,
Sunny. Sorry
did you
about
tell
that.
me you left me? Because I'm just sitting there going,
Yeah.
Deb?
That was my source calling. She said that she just saw 2 police cars go flying by, heading in the direction of the other official that she saw go by. It was not towards Tony's house, but it was towards someone else's house. So we're waiting to see what we can find out there. There may be more than one arrest.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, like I said, so 25 cars approximately has been reported. And that seems to be on the truer side.
Okay, LA Connection is saying over on Twitter, they're saying there's a press conference in an hour. And who is saying that, LA Connection? Can you write that in the chat? Yeah, who is saying there's a press conference?
Did you want to come on with us? You want to come on and sit with us and talk, or anybody?
So Adam is busy checking out as much information as he can get. There's Sweet Caroline. Hey, Sweet Caroline saying press at 6, but is that the WTHR news story that's supposedly happening at 6, or the police, is law enforcement saying there's a conference coming up, press conference? That's what we're trying to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at stuff too, you guys.
Yeah, they did not say that there were 25 police cars going to arrest the person. Someone saw a huge group of police cars leaving Lafayette heading towards Delphi. And that was earlier today. So they were not sure if that was connected or not. We have heard that he actually has not been arrested yet, but that's happening. So we don't know. We're just trying to find out as much as we can and bring information to you in the best way that we can. LA Connection says they don't know. Person, just a tweet from 7 minutes ago. Thank you.
And yeah, and again, like David said, is that there's Steve right there. Hey, Steve.
And hey, Steve.
Like David said, is that I'm hearing an echo. Oh, there's Steve right there. Hey, Steve.
Let me kill this other. I'm sorry.
Steve.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. So, Steve, how you doing? First of all,
I'm doing pretty good. How are y'all? Anything exciting happening?
Well, we are hearing that. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're hearing a lot of rumblings that we don't know if they're true or not. We don't want to put that out there if it's not, but also, want to be here if it is.
Well, at some point, I guess Sonny will explain to you the conversations we've been having for about 2 or 3 weeks, or exchange of information.
Right.
Hopefully, this is what was expected, and from the information that was gathered over the last few weeks that came to our attention, And, but of course, not wanting to put and do things that would put people at risk, we chose not to convey that information until law enforcement was ready. And did MS actually create something that wasn't quite ready? We don't know. Hopefully not, but most certainly, if this is what we want it to be, they most certainly overstepped their bounds of releasing that when they did yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
And Deb and Adam really don't know of our conversations, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. You said got confidential. So just so you know. So meaning if you're willing to say whatever, then feel free.
No, I just that there's certain information that we've been anticipating this information and these arrests, but there's certain things in my career that, of course, I could never talk about, and just but hopefully this is the what we want, and most certainly if the information that we've had over the last few weeks is true, this is it. It's done. Because the information that we have, it most certainly is indicative of exactly what should be happening today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we sure are praying that that's the case, and
the car is going to Delphi, maybe just where they're setting up the communications and getting everything for the news briefings from the county of. So you'll have all your county and all the officials, local officials available, and then of course you'll have your security issues. And if everybody's heading towards Delphi, they'll have all that there because there will be quite the ruckus in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Absolutely.
You're right. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, Brett, Mitchell, it's not confirmed. Although, Deb, do you just want to repeat what you said at the start there about the people on the case that were asked?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so we've heard two different things today, and it's been going on all day long. We've heard that he was already arrested, that someone witnessed the arrest. I've had someone sitting in a vehicle outside of his house. That's the picture she took. You can see, the vehicle there that belongs to him. So at any rate, there's two rumors. One that he was already handcuffed and arrested. The other one is that it has not taken place yet, but it is in the works. So we don't know which one of those is exactly the right story. We also have heard that an official and a big official and police cars were seen flying by going to another part of Peru where someone else might live. So there might be more than one arrest, or it might not have anything to do with it, but I thought that was interesting information. Helicopters have also been sighted and lots of vehicles in the area. That's what we've heard. And again, we don't have a final confirmation. I'm waiting. I want to see something. I want to see video or picture or documents.
Yeah, I got a show supposed to be up at 8 o'clock tonight, so I'm pretty sure I know what the topic would be.
I would think so, Steve.
Yeah.
I think so.
Got your thumbnail already?
No, I already put the other thumbnail out,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
So
make sure you guys tune in to Steve at 8 tonight. There's supposed to be, thank you, subscriber. There's supposed to be, Frank Meister says that he talked to WTHR 13 and that they're going to have some type of an update at 6 p.m. on their channel. I don't know.
Well, it's going to be a long night for me.
Yeah.
I was going to say, can Steve comment on the best place to find confirmation of this?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to find it yet, do you?
No, I don't. All my sources and contacts are not on that side of the fence. All mine are unknowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been listening to the scanner off and on for several hours and haven't really heard anything that made my ears perk up, except that for a long period of time there was a lot of silence, which I thought was weird. So.
Yeah, normally, if you clear the air it's for one reason. If certain things are moving or and everybody's focused on whatever task at hand that they have to handle.
Do you think this is for Delphi, or do you think if anything, it's for CSAM?
If they're sending them to Delphi, if that information is correct, that you're having a gathering and they sending these officers to Delphi, which is separate from the CSAM, then it's more of a press conference that will be with the all the local officials and the all the agencies will once again together in Delphi. You'll know at 6. If it's in Delphi, it's related to Delphi. They're not going to do the CSAM in Delphi.
Yeah.
If it was
Yeah.
CSAM, it would be Peru.
Right.
Or that's my opinion, you know.
Well, I was going to say, so do we have confirmation, though, that they are headed to Delphi? Did we?
Well, what you sent me was that there was 20-something cars heading towards Delphi.
Yeah, which was just heading. Yeah, exactly. That someone put out on there.
Right.
So I guess we'll have to see what happens on there.
Whatever city it is going to be the indicator of what it's more related to, I guess. And we may have an arrest that could be unrelated to Delphi and CSAM, and then they just had to move and do whatever they had to do to get everyone behind to lessen the worst case scenarios that have been brought up about putting people's lives at danger, and that you get him in jail as soon as possible so you don't run risk of something else happening.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just trying to see what I'm getting sent.
LA Connection says arrested at 6 a.m. 2 items found in river per Facebook tagging murder sheets.
Mm-hmm. Nothing out of the ordinary happening here. 1 car at the jail, none at the courthouse, and the newspaper people are at home. Okay, so that's something.
Well, we know, like I said, if it comes up a big conference out of Delphi, then we know. If if that big conference isn't out of Delphi, then we know something else.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think that there's any truth to that 6 a.m. thing that's out there now?
I don't know. That's first I heard it. I just we were upstairs getting ready for the show when messages started coming in, and and I saw where everybody's going online, and there's no need for me to go online. Also, right now, might as well let the ones that have the bigger audiences handle what the early show. I'll take the late show.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure to be honest with you, Steve, there's probably going to be early shows and late shows. You know that. Everyone wants answers. Everyone wants Delphi, something to happen with Delphi. And so we'll have to just see, I guess. I don't want to keep you though, Steve. Like if you need to get going.
Oh no, I'm not Deb. I have my show done 2 or 3 hours ahead of time.
Yeah. Can you put this back in the freezer, honey? Thank you. Oh, husband, Dairy Queen. Oh yeah. Are you jealous? No, just kidding. He went and had Denny's, and I'm like, well, what do I get? I got a flu yesterday. Can you cure me? Can you cure me, Steve?
I can hear you. Well, hopefully all the information that we have and have had for quite a while is true, and this is the end of it.
Yeah. I sure hope you're right. Oh, thank you, Daisy. This is my little grandson had a soccer game today, and he scored a goal. And these are his team colors. His team colors are the yellow, so I wore that for him. It was a good soccer week for our family.
And sorry, Steve, only because my husband came at the same time I asked that question. Did you need to get going?
No,
he's good.
Okay.
I'm good until about 7:30.
Awesome.
Unless y'all run me off. I mean, if you get tired
No. I just didn't want to keep you if you still had preparing or whatever you needed to do or dinner, But I think your wife has that underneath all control, right? Because I'm pretty sure that she's the one that has wears the pants in the family over there. She has
Oh,
it under.
yeah, absolutely.
How's the drone training coming along?
Actually, I looked at opening the box today. I'm trying to
Oh,
keep it. I'm trying to keep it, whereas I can say, well, I had the drone for 3 weeks before I crashed it, and
yeah. Okay, someone just said murder sheet discussed in Facebook group has been paused for 2 hours. So, okay, so you know what? Let's just talk about that for a second while we're kind of listening for incoming news here. Caught Facts blasted murder sheets in a
uh-huh,
video yesterday. I think it
absolutely.
was well deserved.
Mhm.
To be honest with you, because I'm sorry, but as much as I like information, there we heard that information a while, like not as I think you guys heard it before, but we heard that about a week and a half ago, and we didn't put any of that out there because there was no validation to it, first of all. And so meaning if something came to fruition because of it, but I don't feel that Murder Sheets is genuine in their intentions about Delphi as much as it more seems about getting the success and the glory out of it. That's what it feels like to me personally. um and I really liked his thing at the end there where it says something about the cold weather. How do you know when what was the expression, Steve? Something about cold weather when a lawyer's hands are in his pockets,
In their
whatever.
own
Yeah.
pockets.
In their own pockets, yeah. So yeah, so what was your take on that video yesterday? Agreed?
Um, absolutely, absolutely. I got them the night before somebody had asked me, I was along that for the fact that um, regardless if true or not, lives are put at risk. Just like I sent you the email earlier today that if it's true, uh, you know, whoever the offenders are can most certainly decide to do something and harm themselves and harm themselves and harm whoever may be coming to effect the arrest. Although
Yeah.
law enforcement won't hesitate. Law enforcement's going to do what they've got to do. It doesn't matter what's on the other side; they're going to go. But it's just that if innocent lives are put at risk, that you shouldn't do, and also additional evidence may be put at risk, shouldn't do. And um, did it? Which Cop Facts brought up a really good point about that. You took law enforcement's off their timeline. And that's true for the fact that everybody works on a timeline. Of course, you've got the crime line of or timeline of a crime scene, but you also have the timeline that law enforcement, that once they become aware of certain information, they have to start acting in a certain fashion. And if someone comes out and forewarns, we've seen the horrors that can occur. All you have to do is think back to Waco whenever they were forewarned of what was about to happen and all those innocent lives that were lost.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so either and they're forever. I don't care what the results of this. I don't care if it was 100% true what they put out there and they released. You don't force the hand of law enforcement sometimes because if it hurts or harms somebody, is it really worth all those views and clicks?
Yeah. Correct. Correct. Um,
I love
and
Daisy's comment. She says, "The cop facts mad is hot. He's so fine."
yeah, I see that on there. But I wanted to answer this one for Joel because I've seen this once. He says, Sonny, what if your POI doesn't, or they don't ever arrest your POI and say he wasn't involved? What's your thoughts? I'll tell you what my thoughts would be. I would be absolutely pissed off beyond belief to know that the justice system just doesn't work. At the end of the day, Abby and Libby deserve justice. And I am that person that believes that anyone responsible for being there or having knowledge should be arrested and do their time and do their crime. I would be, I'd be, I won't swear, but I would be, mad beyond belief, because that would just tell me that this just isn't right. But the Karina McClurkin case opened up my eyes to truly just what bullshit it can be. In order to provide this, they need to do this, and that's just the end of it. It would piss me off because the only thing that's ever been in my head is the Doug Carter saying, "Who's on the bridge? Who's on the bridge? Tell me if someone could tell me who's on the bridge." So yeah, I would be pissed, but I would have to go with it. But I would still voice probably because I'd be so pissed. That was my answer to that one. So I'm just like anyone. I know where some of the truth lies for sure. But we'll see how it all plays out. Yeah. I know the more it comes closer to fruition, perhaps if this does come closer to fruition, the more I do sit there and go, what did I do this all for? If I never hear my POI's name, like obviously I just want answers for Abby and Libby, so I'll have to accept it.
Right.
Um,
And Sonny
that's
knows, and what's in Sonny's heart is for this to be solved. That's
that's
the
the
main
bottom
thing
line.
you care about. That's why you have worked
Yeah,
so
I'll
hard
take.
all this time, no matter what direction it goes, is just for it to be resolved.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
I know the truth about the BG on the bridge there for me. Okay. So if I have to get mud slung at my face to still know that I know the truth about that, that's fine. That's fair. As long as Abby and Libby get some sort of justice, just like Karina McClurkin, just like some of these other cases, like Suzanne Morphew's case with her husband that clearly killed her, and it's just the judicial system does its course. It has to, whatever that is, fairly or unfairly, it's not going to it's not going to change. It's just the way it goes. So we'll see. We'll see, right?
Mhm.
We'll
Oh
see
yeah.
how it goes.
I got to run up and get my phone. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So that's why it's kind of like, I don't know what's going on here because let me put it this way. And I feel this. If I personally hear that TK and KK are the only two people that are arrested and charged for Delphi murders, I'll know that something's terribly wrong and that it was bullshit. I'll know that. You guys should know that too, because it's just not. It's just not. And so we'll see how it plays out. But that would mean that to me, that would mean that here, shut up. You shut up and you do the time or we're dead. So we'll see how it plays out. Can only go with it. Um, what else do you see there, Deb?
Um,
You know, Deb, what are you feeling about the murder sheets thing?
you mean as far as them releasing information, or?
Well, just in general, your feelings on murder sheets. Whether oh, there's Adam.
Yeah, Adam's coming on.
Adam.
My feeling is that they're journalists. Obviously, one's an attorney, but I mean, they have a podcast. They're journalists, and so they're going to go after the story. But if law enforcement did not ask them not to repeat information and they released it, then I have a big problem with that, because the one thing that separates a real journalist, and I did this for part of my life, from a fake one, is integrity. And if they released information that wasn't supposed to be released and was asked not to, then I don't have any respect for them. I mean, we have all of us sitting here, especially Steve, have been given information that we've never released, because we were asked not to. So,
Correct.
I know that one of the sources contacted me of MS's, and they said that they said that MS said they would not release it until they talked to them, and that's not the case. They said they did not give them permission to release that,
Right.
and they were very concerned for the fact of who they got the information from, knows who they are, and most certainly puts them at risk.
Right.
And I can speak from this for the fact that I have the receipts. No one can ever question what I have. I've had it for weeks and weeks and weeks, and
Yeah.
of course I won't ever release it. But
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, um,
Right.
I just think that there's, you know, I just don't feel like I don't know. I when I first saw that information, um, and Adam knows this too. I was just like, I just I'm not buying it. I need to see something because this just does not make sense to me.
Well, now
Um,
what he said doesn't mean that it's absolutely true. So,
correct.
that was the big holdup of a lot of things because you're dealing with a habitual liar
Right.
Correct.
that would lie most certainly just to what he to catfish children, but what would he do to try to serve a lighter sentence? There's anything and everything this man would do to do so, and so you have to
Yeah,
weigh that. And it's good judgment not to jump to conclusions on this individual.
exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And just for the people that are watching now, as far as we know, Tony Kline has not been arrested. There is a person. We do have people that are on in that area that are keeping an eye out on his house right now and at the
Right.
courtyard. So just so you know that, so when there's information coming in, we will let you know if there is of
Right.
anything of
Hmm.
what we can let you know. As for so yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah. If you see that picture that you're looking at right now, that was taken just what, 30, 40 minutes ago?
About yeah,
That's
within the
right in
last
front of
hour.
his house.
Yeah, within
So
the
you
last
can
hour.
see that. So you could, okay. Anyway, you can see that nothing is going on.
Yeah, and Deb had said too, Deb, about the window. Go ahead.
Yeah,
About
the
the
person that I had sitting in a car outside this house said that when they first pulled up, the drapes were open on the side. And then after this picture was taken,
today.
the drapes were closed. So somebody is there, not sure who.
Right,
Right.
yeah. And I can't really see it being Tony's mom, but
Yeah,
because
and
other
I know someone that spoke to Tony's mother, and I feel bad for Linda because I mean that poor woman for
I
what she's
know.
had to go through this year.
and so did Linda give an update?
She didn't want to talk about it anymore apparently, but so no,
Understandable.
um, but and I know that someone is going to check out Travis Trexler's house as well because there's been
Right. I
reports.
have somebody. Yeah, I have somebody on the way there right
Hey
now.
Deb, it's the same person.
Okay.
So, Steve, I didn't know that there was somebody
Good.
anywhere. So me and you were out of the loop.
Hey, and
Oh,
then can we do a config?
What loot are we out of?
Hey, Fig.
hey, Fig.
Howdy, how's it going?
Good, good.
Hey,
How are
Good.
you? Thanks for joining us.
I know I've been saying I would for so long. I might as well today. So,
Well, it's a good day, right? Might as well just. Thank you. Yeah.
What a great
Um,
panel to have Fig and Steve with
I was
us.
just
Thank
gonna
you, guys.
say, yeah. So what's going on, Fig? Anything? Nothing?
nothing. I went to the gym and working. Why, is something going on?
no.
Well, I mean, we're still waiting for the people that are in the area to let us know because they were called in. Obviously, you probably know some of this. They were called down to the courthouse. The people that are working on the case, and so yeah. So basically, there's somebody parked in front of this house and then at the courthouse as well. And
Everyone on YouTube has people all over Peru and Delphi.
yeah,
I gotta tell you a funny story. My person who was taking this picture sitting out there started laughing hysterically on the phone because they said that some lady came and pulled up or walked up and set up a chair on the street and sat down like a parade was about to happen, you know?
just waiting to get
Yeah.
in on that news, eh?
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fig, do you have any inside information for us?
Oh, Aspen's like, quit being a jackass and tell us what you know. Okay.
I know. Well,
I mean,
Anyhow.
you look pretty, but I mean, come on.
I don't know. I
Or
know
say
there's.
Say what
go
you
ahead.
can say. No, I was just gonna say what you want to say, of course, and don't say what you don't want to say, obviously.
Right. There's a lot of chatter, and I would say when there's smoke, hopefully there's fire in this case.
Oops,
But,
sorry for the noise.
yeah, there's people excited. They're saying there's caravans of cars, helicopters. I mean, I looked a few hours ago. I didn't see anything on flight record, so then I get discouraged. I know people have called to Carroll County, Miami County, and recorded it and let me hear to say that no, Tony Kline is not in jail.
Right.
Maybe so if they did take him, yeah, I know there's like 48 hours that they have where they have to charge him or let him go. So he could be in that little time frame. It was interesting when Captain Howdy he was calling Carroll County, I was calling Miami County, and they would just pick up the phone and hang up and just pick it up, hang up. They wouldn't even answer. So that was a little strange.
I'm sure they're being bombarded by
Right.
people.
Yeah, I was told the same thing. Either they were getting hung up on or it was a busy signal.
Yeah, and yeah, there's a few other things that I know that I can tell when things come out, but I will tell you I'm 50-50 right now. In all honesty, 50%, yep, he got arrested, 50% he didn't. I don't have once I start getting some information one way, then something will bring me back to the right in the middle. So
what do you know about the 6 o'clock thing that like the WRHTV are going to do or whatever?
Yeah.
Anything?
in 15 minutes, right?
Yeah. Are we going to stream that, Sonny?
Time zone, so I'm like, oh, hey, that's really soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Sonny,
have it. Of
Are
course
we
we
going to
will.
stream that?
Yeah, of course. If they have one, yeah.
Have they posted anything about it on their social media? The Channel 13.
I have not seen it. No, and I've heard that Tara German went on a Facebook group and denied anything was happening, but I've not seen the screenshot. Which I mean, until I see proof of anything, I never believe it.
Yeah. I thought I just saw the screenshot and it said she wasn't sure if it was happening,
Okay.
but I need to verify because I kind of just glanced at it.
And hi, Deb. Hi, Steve. I was talking to Aspen and Sunny, but hi, Deb.
Hi, how are you?
Joel, how are you?
I'm
Doing
good.
fine, Fig. Good to see you. Hadn't talked to you or spoke to you or texted you in what, hours?
Yeah.
Are you boys gonna fight?
No.
Fig's man. He's the senior command center here, so we'll go with what Fig says. I'm 100% behind.
That's good. It's cool to see everything come together when there is some news like this. Yeah, I have two monitors. So I have like Discord up in one. I have Facebook, and people are texting me and calling me. I mean, everyone is trying to find out what they can, and they want this thing solved. So it's cool to see everyone together. Like, hey, is this real? We don't want to get our hopes up,
Right.
but we want this damn thing to be over with.
Right.
And either way, it's far from over with, regardless. But
Right.
a
Step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
You haven't had that yet.
If we had somebody in Delphi could tell us how many patrol cars from ISP is in Delphi, that would be a great piece of intel.
Yeah. Who does jump in your car and drive there?
Well, I mean, I was told that there's not really a lot of action outside of the Carroll County Courthouse. And I know Fig was told the same information.
Yeah. Right.
But,
right. Can't be confirmed either way at this point. But we're keeping it open.
Well, I think it's a good day for something to happen because we got a great panel here.
Yeah.
So, and
Right.
we all just want some closure, at least start to move forward with the Delphi case.
Yeah.
Just like the Karina McClurkin case. It's just about justice for Abby and Libby that they deserve, and just They just need it. It's been a long time, so hopefully something is coming down the pipe. Something is on the go here. That would be great. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. I'm just kind of a person that waits and sees, and you know, sees if the information seems a little bit more truthful or not. But yeah, a lot of a lot of things being said today. Fig, what were your thoughts on the murder sheets releasing of that info?
I try and stay out of all that. I mean, it's
Hey, you don't even want to answer that. Feel free not to. Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
I was reading something else, Aspen. It's in our Discord, but that Fox 59 asked directly if anything was going on, and their response was state police. This is Fox 59 saying that state police tells us nothing is imminent.
Interesting word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just not seeing that. I don't get notifications on anything, so I have to actually open up everything to look at it because I can't stand the dings.
So who said that there was going to be a news conference?
I had heard that there was going to be something at 6 p.m. on Channel 13, but I didn't. I have no confirmation of that, and I didn't hear it was a press conference. I just heard that they were going to do a something on it at 6 p.m., which is their local news time. So
Okay.
Well, they could just literally be saying there's rumors of an arrest or something happening.
And there's someone who's going to be driving around Paw Pike area, and they might just have their phone out recording. Not going anywhere specific. They're just going to be driving around and see if they notice anything.
Right.
Just that's on their way home from work, I'm assuming. So they'll let us know if they hear anything.
And right before you hopped on, Fig, Deb and I we're talking to someone that's driving over to Trexler's address as well to see if anything was going on around there.
There was nothing going on at the first address because he lives at a different place. He doesn't live at Paw Pike. So now they're checking out. Now they're checking out Country Club Road and Paw Pike, whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah, just to see.
Okay, so just to answer, guys, the title, we just threw up a title because we were trying to get live. So
I didn't see the title.
All it says is
it says Tony
question mark.
Yeah. No, it says that it has an exclamation marks, and then it says Delphi murders or CSAM question marks. So they're just questioning why it didn't, if we're not sure why it has exclamation marks. I'm just saying we were in a hurry to go live. Sonny's iPad was not working.
iPad was being a piece of shit.
Yeah, she was going as fast as she could. So we'll correct that afterwards. Well,
I don't understand. Is an exclamation mark bugging somebody?
Yeah, the exclamation mark would indicate that it was a done thing. We'll fix that.
Oh, okay. That must be a mountain instead of a molehill, I guess.
Yeah.
Joe,
there were 6 of them. I wish there was 5 exclamation. That 6th one bothers me. 5 is fine, but yeah.
You know what? Just for you, Fig, I'm going to fix that for you. What about 4? Does 4 work for you, Fig?
No, Sonny, no. We need action. You can't do 4, Sonny.
4.5.
Serious.
Can I hear
Bloke? Okay, time out here. Bloke, you weren't here and you didn't listen to what we've said, apparently. We have not said that it's a done thing. We have said that we don't know. We have given both stories of what we heard, and we've said we're not sure if either one of those is true. So just to clarify, if you weren't here from the beginning, then you might not know that. Okay?
Yeah. Hey, Bloke. So Joe in the chat is saying one of the sites reported that the brother-in-law lived down the street from TK and saw the arrest and was interviewed by this TV station to air at 6 p.m.
Say that again.
Joan in the chat said that someone's brother-in-law lived down the street from Tony Kline and saw the arrest, was interviewed by a TV station, and will air at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So, and I know Joan is local.
7 minutes.
Fig,
know,
I
right?
feel like you should gloss to that one because I feel like because a lot of people
Okay.
thought this was you.
Oh yeah, that's your
Yeah.
that's your twin there, Fig.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's my twin. No, different
This is-
person.
It's
It's
big.
your
Different person.
your generous twin. Your generous twin.
Yeah, yeah. My better twin, the better half of our twinship.
Right? Big Solves has given us nothing.
I take from you guys. I demand money from you.
We do. We have to give
I'm
him.
the IRS.
Yeah. You know what? That was some good Dairy Queen. Thank you.
Sonny, you a
Yeah.
Dairy Queen?
Yeah, husband got me. Husband got
Oh,
me.
nice.
He went and had
So
Denny's.
just-
Go ahead.
So just to reiterate what we said when we first came on and what we said a little while ago, for those who are just joining us, we are hearing conflicting stories. We do not know if he has been arrested or not. We have heard that he was arrested at 6 a.m. We have heard that he hasn't been arrested yet, but it's in the works. People are seeing police cars, caravans of cars, but there was also an officer killed and may have been a funeral today that they were attending. So that's a possibility. That's a possibility. The other thing is that there's some kind of activity going on in the east area, which would be around, they said around like Country Club Road, Tyler, Paw Pike, that kind of thing. So what we're on here, we're getting information from people, trying to work through it and see what's for real and what's not. Okay?
Correct. Right.
I do like the question mark, though. I think that's fair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works. Okay, we're good.
We also, we had talked to someone that said that the curtains at Tony's house were open as of around 3 o'clock, and then as of 4 o'clock they were closed, which would
who's watching them?
I'm sorry. What?
I said, who's watching? No, yeah, you don't have to say. I'm just like that's someone's watching. That's good.
Right. I want to see a picture of this woman in the lawn chair in the front yard.
Yeah. Can we have a picture of that instead?
That was cracking me up. That was absolutely cracking me up when she's
smoking
like, somebody
I heard.
Yeah. Somebody just came, pulled up, and set up a lawn chair.
Well, some people are pretty brazen with things, and so be it. That's what makes the world go around, right? You got people that do and people that do not, and some that just like to come in and see the news, what's going on, and others that like to be part of the action.
Yeah.
So, that's what makes the world a unique place.
Right.
And it brings us together, all of those crazies together.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm a drunk crazy, apparently, so I don't know. I'm not even sure how I made it to this live, to be honest with you.
Right.
No.
What do murder sheets have to say about all this today? Anyone know?
Someone said that they put their murder sheets on pause, that they paused their thing. I don't know.
Their Facebook page or something. I don't know.
So I talked to him, and
did you?
Oh yeah, like you didn't know. No, they said they haven't heard anything definitive, and they think it could be a false alarm. I think they're kind of on the fence, but they're leaning towards nothing's happened yet. Is the sense I got. But they seem open. Like, all right, once we hear something, they don't think it's impossible that it's happening, but right now they're not too confident that something is happening.
Right.
A wonderful time to be reserved.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Right.
I don't know. I just think through Deb, the source is that something's going to happen.
I'm beginning to think that Charles Bratton in our chat there is a troll. We keep saying things. No matter what we say, they keep saying, "Where can we see the arrest?" Blah blah blah. We've told you. We've said 3 times on here now that we don't know if there is an arrest.
Charles, how about you go find yourself a nice channel that other than ours? You obviously aren't happy here. Let me help you out the door. Oh, there you go. Bye, Charles. Have a good
Yeah.
day. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I'm not
just
sure what that
we're not
was
here
about,
for
but
drama or people that want to be argumentative. You know,
yeah.
we're telling you we're transparent as
Can I
best
be
as we can.
argumentative?
Hey,
Can I be argumentative?
sure. What's
Are you gonna?
what you can be Adam. I'll let you be Adam.
I'm going to block you, Adam.
Yeah.
I deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
want to see this news thing in 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's see if it happens, I guess, eh?
it's WTHR channel 13 is what they're saying
Yeah.
earlier.
Everyone probably got their WTHR thing up, I bet. See? Sometimes I think us Canadians don't it's like sometimes I'll keep getting an error or something and I'm like, is it because I'm Canadian? Do I need to pull out my VPN or something so
Yeah.
I can use it?
So in our chat, Lady J765 says that she lives in Peru, lives doors down from the family, and that she's friends with him on Facebook. He will not see anything or be told anything by law enforcement until booked and in system, 24 hours at least before on my case, is what she's saying.
I got a question for you, Fig.
Yes, sir.
Knowing what is out there in the back wings, when do you think MS is going to release that information?
They haven't told me any of that, so I don't know. We talked, and I try to tell them some things that I know, or maybe that what I would do. So I don't know. They didn't mention that they're gonna let anything out, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just hold off. I guess see if there's this any sort of something coming on 13 here. If not, well, I guess we'll just have to see what happens later. Still feel like
Fig,
Go ahead.
how is Mrs. Fig?
Oh,
Wow,
Yeah.
she's awesome.
Can you tell her we said hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will. She'll be awesome until I get home from the office and tell her that I, wasn't doing much at the office instead of just talking about it. So she's good for now, but I got a lot done, and I'll have to get off this and hurry up, do some work. But always got to keep Mrs. Fig happy.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
would
a smart thing to say. Very
Why are
wise.
you at
So
the
much
office on a
easier.
Saturday?
Sorry.
What's that?
I
Why
said
are you at
all
the
this
office
would
on
be
a
so much
Saturday?
easier to deal with if we weren't dealing with the biggest liar in the universe at the base,
Right.
the foundation of all this information. I mean, you're dealing with a professional catfisher that's lied to the whole world to get what he wanted for his CSAM charges and everything, and what he did to these innocent children. And so we're dealing with that. And then we come into one of the most horrible crimes that is imaginable, and you just shake your head at a situation like today. It leaves you what's next.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to believe a liar. And is there some truth sprinkled in with some lies? Possibly. We don't know. It's impossible to tell what part is truth, even in the transcript or interviews, like what's true and what's not.
And I know from the hundreds, if not thousands, of interviews I did, there was always some truth within the lies that were told. But
Sonny, are you going to stream WTHR?
They're not live yet.
I know, but it's saying they're going to be live soon, so I'm wondering if she's going to stream them or not.
Sorry. Yeah, of course. It's just spiraling right now for me, to be honest. So, if you guys get hold of that link, and mine's spiraling, but I don't know because it seems like that. Is everybody else spiraling on WTHR where it says live? It said something about Greenwood Park mall shooting. Special report is what I'm seeing at the moment.
Now that I thought that was I hope there's not another one. That was an old story, Greenwood Park Mall.
Oops. Well, I'm just on their live thing.
Thank you, Venden Queries.
What does that mean? Just sponsored. What does that mean? Yeah.
Not so sure.
What does that mean, Deb? Just sponsored.
What? Where?
Well, it said Vindy's inquiries just sponsored. What does that mean? I've never seen that before.
I'm not
Vindy's
seeing
wedding?
any. I'm not seeing what you're talking about.
Well, in chat. Oh, I see. You did. You're a member for 5 months. Paw Patrol.
Oh.
Great. There you
Venden
go. And now,
Inquiry. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. I couldn't understand what you were saying. What you were calling.
yeah.
So
Well, because
Becky Patty just messaged me and said that she honestly doesn't know.
yeah. I know she's, just like anyone, just goes with the flow of the information.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Do you talk to Becky Patty too, Fig?
Nope.
No.
I have not.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have for probably like on. I just, you know what, Becky. Whenever I have a question, because there's. Thank you for subscribing, subscriber. Whenever I have a question, because a rumor mill gets going, I'll just ask Becky, because we just like to put out the truth, when you hear stuff. So yeah, she's always been really great at just wanting the case solved and to keep the awareness out there. Yeah, so I've always appreciated the fact that she answers me whenever I do have a question. And then I know Adam does speak with her as well. But it's just because, like I said, because some things really you just go right to the horse's mouth. I just kind of believe if I can go to the horse's mouth, I would rather go there. If I can ask the person and they can just give me the answer, then great.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Steve, why don't you get your ass up to Indiana and go do some arrest and give us some action today? Take
Right.
big.
Well, actually, I spoke to one of or emailed one of Deb's friends today, and I will be there in about 3 weeks.
Yep. It's exciting.
I don't know. You guys seeing anything on WTHR though?
I can go in the other room and pull it up on TV and see if they're on.
Well, I'm just not
I'll be
seeing
back.
anything. Thank you. Yeah. And nobody is, I mean, my messages would be going off probably like crazy.
I wonder if in my show tonight anybody's going to bring this topic up.
Yeah, I probably highly unlikely, Steve. They're going to want to talk about the weather instead. I feel like, yeah.
I'm looking on their website right now. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Fig, does it spiral for you as well?
No.
Yeah, I don't get a spiral.
Is it a Canadian thing here or something?
Yeah, hopefully
Probably.
I just feel like they're like, it's like getting something blocked there. It's like oh, you're Canadian? No, not gonna happen.
We're tired
Sorry.
of US trying to spy on us.
Yeah. Honestly, the murder sheets caused the stampede by reporting Keg had been arrested. You'd think Tony would be under observation to not flee. Or, I mean, the whole search thing going on. There's a lot of things that have coincided. I mean, right, Adam, we can start with friend number 1 being arrested and at the timing of it.
Yeah, if you look at the day he was released with an ankle monitor, I mean, it was the day before the Wabash Ripper search started. You can look at Travis Trexler's arrest. You can look at all sorts of things. If you want to find connections, you can find them.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're
I mean,
real.
Yeah. and just just like Anthony Greeno stuff as well. Just like when it rains, it pours information all of a sudden.
Well, if the news is on and it's not the lead story, then most certainly.
It's not. The news is on. Well, it looks like it's some kind of a sporting event thing.
A golf thing, right?
Yeah, right. So
All
I don't
right.
know if that's a golf outing, a thing that's ran over, or if the news is covering it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says
the golf thing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It says WTH. Somebody said WTHR news will be on after the golf coverage ends. Okay, so that's why it's delayed.
Should I drive down there because where the golf thing is in Charlotte? Should I drive down there and tell them to hurry up? Because the president
on the hole.
Yeah, you don't think that this would be? There is no press conference.
Yeah.
This would be breaking news. Well, what do you think, you guys? Think we should call
The
it?
The news isn't on yet. They're still covering the golf tournament or
Yeah, but
outing,
don't you
whatever.
think that they would break in the news thing?
No.
If there was something
No,
important?
because they're contracted to cover this. So I think I think we should stay on until the news actually starts and see if they come on with it.
And when's that supposed to be? You said, Deb, about whenever
It
the
looks
golf
like-
is over?
Yeah, it looks like they're wrapping. When I went in there, it looked like they were interviewing people at the end of it. So hopefully.
Okay. Okay. Whoever wants to do it, I'll be right back. But do you just want to update who's ever come into the live? And again, you guys, if you guys could just hit that like button or whatever, if you could, that would be great. And Big, are you a mod in here?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me take a look. Actually, just type in chat for a sec, Fig. Because the reason why I ask is I think you were before, but then oh no, okay, there. But does it ever happen to you where all of a sudden, like, well, let me just put it this way, it's like the third time now that wrenches have fallen off people, like it just takes them all away.
Sounds like a bunch of rigmarole to me.
I know. Anyways, you guys can drop your links. Don't forget, Steve and Fig, don't forget to drop the links for your channel, because there's like 502 people watching. And Fig and Steve here, great people, what I call the true hearts, people that really care, really invested in the actual caring that things get solved and bring in information. So feel free to do that. I'll just be right back, guys. And then if anyone wants to update Deb or Adam, just to the people that are following again, just with what we've been talking about, I guess.
All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop Steve's link, not my link, because people
Fig
go on
understands
Steve,
Steve.
not me.
Fig understands Steve.
Here.
Fig, what's the next stop?
Okay, guys.
Oh, I'm a moderator now. You're all screwed, especially Chickpea. If Chickpea comes in here, oh man. Get rid of her.
Is that a name to watch out for?
Yeah, the Reddit mod Chickpea. Oh, just kidding. She's my best friend, so I just give her crap.
I think I have some confirmation of something.
Don't lie,
I don't think that Tony has been arrested. And I'm waiting for her to confirm this, but my source is saying that they actually saw him at the farm store buying dog food.
So I guess the dog didn't get taken either.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and call her because she's not responding, and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that. I know that Kokomo and they broke the Karina McClurkin arrest before it was public. I know they have said that the arrest had not happened yet, but that it was imminent. But again, I don't think anything's happened as of right now that we know of, at least. So, but Fee, if you have to get going, I appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah, I got to get my stuff done here. But if something happens, I'll reach out and try and hop back on. But
Okay.
Well,
All right.
Fig, thanks so much for stopping by. And you have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. But thank you so much for joining us.
Yep. Thanks for
Okay.
having me. Appreciate it.
All right, we have confirmation.
Oh.
He has not been arrested. My source is actually following him in a car right now. He just came out of the farm store and buying dog food.
Could she take a picture or video? Could we
Yeah.
she like live stream?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's some. Okay, you guys. So, yeah. So Tony's buying dog food, huh? I
Wow.
feel like, yeah. I know. So I mean, that's
This is why I don't understand why a couple people that came in here were confused, thinking that we were saying he was definitely arrested. I don't understand that, because we've said repeatedly on this live that we're trying to figure that out, if he was or not.
Right.
So and
Yeah.
that was our goal. And
Well,
so
if you went by what MS said, it would have already occurred. But like I said, you're dealing with the biggest liar in the world and irresponsible reporting from them. And all the information that's out there, if it was true, he would be in jail. It doesn't mean that a liar can't tell the truth, and it may at some point come around to that, but we don't know it for sure yet.
right.
Yeah. Where did it come from? Well, like, because obviously it's been spiraling around, and we've heard different things. And who's the one that said that someone? Who's the one that said that Tony was arrested? Does anybody even know where that even?
Well, I don't
came
know
from?
about that. I was talking about the information about what
Yeah, I know.
MS has total.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things that. So here we are, kind of waiting to see if something's happened, and then we find out he's buying dog food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I heard the only place I heard anything was when my little bells started going off about everybody going live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had not gone online until Deb called us today. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. We appreciate everyone that came in, because at the end of the day, it's better, like, who knows, again, what's going to transpire.
we'll probably be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, because maybe 5 minutes from now, he's going to get home with his dog food, and, you're under.
Hey, breaking news though. Great Hughes has a map pulled up.
No. Great. What the hell are you doing pulling up a map?
I'm
You don't
just
usually do that.
He's showing where the farm store is and the dog food.
Yeah, he's got a map going, and this is exactly the direction he took over to dog food. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I do want footage of basically the vehicle following him.
Well, I sent Deb's source a message and said, can you just take a selfie with him wherever he stops, because he can't hobble away too fast.
I sent her a thing. I'm like, get video and a photo.
I was like, just run up to him and get a selfie. He can't hobble away too fast.
All right.
He's carrying dog food.
We'll miss Dog Lover. Yeah. Hi, Jesse. Yeah. I don't even know what to say now.
Hey,
Yeah.
This case just frustrated me, I think, for the first time.
Well,
For the first time.
when you're sitting here and you're hearing things and yeah, and then all of a sudden you hear, yeah, well, he's out buying dog food. Oh, great. No, you obviously haven't seen his sweet side, Miss Dog Lover. I still haven't found it, but I'm sure it's there. Yeah, I'm sure it's there. I bet if you go donate $5 to him, he'll be pleasantly rude to you. There you go. But anyway, so Steve, your thoughts on the dog food? I'm just kidding.
I'm not covering dog food tonight. I am. So, I'm not prepared for that.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
Vinda Queries, we respect Gray too. He's been around a long time. Got a big show.
I was just playing.
Yeah. At the you know what? At the end of the day, again, you know, it's everyone to their own channel. Even the trash, some of the lower channels there that try to trash people and stuff like that. But Gray and whoever else, they have the right to do whatever they want on their channels. Gray does do a lot of work. He might not, come off as the most loving, caring human being in the world, but he puts out a lot of good information and that. And deep
Mm-hmm.
in my heart, I know he loves me. I feel like he loves me. And you guys just aren't seeing that side of him yet. But I know
I
deep
think
in
he's
my heart
hilarious.
that, what?
I think he's hilarious. I really do. I like him. I like.
You know,
I can understand him, and because
you
I
know what
work with so many law enforcement just like him.
you know, to be honest with you, I probably do see myself in him in some ways because I'm that person that really doesn't, put up with shit too much, really. But I mean, I think sometimes he takes it a little bit too far for sure. But you know what? If he has his freakers and tweakers and whatever he has over there, all the power to him. It's his channel. If people, are loyal followers to that, and he reminds me a bit of Simon Cowell. Is that Simon? Remember Simon Cowell? How everyone else is nice, and then Simon Cowell's that person that just calls a spade in a sense. So it's like, yeah, I know who couldn't love me, Cindy. Well, there's a few out there, but anyways, I just think that it's each to their own at the end of the day. Um, you know, just
I mean, it's
let
got
people.
a large part of that personality has got to be in the act. I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely. I think so. I think so too. I mean, exactly. If you have, like I said, your followers that like you and like what you do, you know my husband watches a couple of these guys, like the seven horsemen, and he watches, oh, what's that guy's name? Thank you very much, Sloop. um
Thank you, Sloopy.
Thank you, Sloop. After the last 24 hours, poor Sloop is going to be, she's going to have a
well,
heart, she's her heart palpitation.
so I'm just disappointed that it wasn't cat food, to be honest with you.
Why?
But because
Why
I
was,
have cats, I don't have dogs, so it was like it would have meant more to me if I would have heard cats, but whatever, I love dogs too, you
The
know
Rockaways says, Deb, can you just have your source pull him over and arrest him for us?
you know
Yeah,
yeah.
well, that'd be great, wouldn't it? She would do it too.
I feel like it's a secret love that he has for me. And you can quote me on that,
Yeah.
Gray. Dude, you know it. I know I'm looking hot and sexy with no makeup on right now, but I'm sure you enjoy it too.
I know, Sonny,
Of course.
can you get yourself ready for prime time?
Yeah, I know, right? Sure. Hold on. Ready? Let's go.
For
No,
when we
just
go
kidding.
live in an hour?
Right. So, Steve, do you think that you think anything is going to happen today besides dog food buying? You feeling
no, I mean,
anything
like I
else?
said, if there's anything to it, it would be headlines right now. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
it would have been the opening to the news. There would have been break-ins on certain levels. It'd be more than just 4 or 5 big YouTube channels covering it. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
you'd
Well,
have a video of helicopters and news choppers um, and the gathering conference center for all the law enforcement that's involved, and they'd all be up on stage. Not
yeah.
saying that won't happen, and it will happen
Right.
at some point. The day that this comes together, that's what it's going to be. You're going to see a
Right. Well, I always think, where there's a spark, there's got to be a little bit of fire. So, I mean, the fact that I mean,
Right. Mm,
it's one thing for someone to be gullible and to see 32 bodies under a bridge, but I think it's another thing when you've got multiple people getting multiple information from different people that all kind of lead in the same direction. Whether or not we know about it today, who knows? But
So
well,
it says,
I would say there's got to be something to it.
it may be. There may be. Most certainly, like I said, the rumor mills of what was out there, most certainly is no one in the world wouldn't be in prison
Mhm.
right now if that was true.
Right.
And that's what MS was working on, and they chose the path that they released that on. And thankfully, they didn't release everything. For the fact that if it's true, you put people's lives at danger. If it's a lie, you put the other side lives at danger. And so there's no win for what happened with that news release that they did.
Yeah. It seems like someone that lives a few doors down from the Klines is where this stemmed from this morning. I'm pretty sure that person was in here as well.
Why didn't we take up a donation for Calista Shots to get a Ring doorbell cam and put it up there months ago, Sonny? We could have fixed this whole problem.
Right. Well, let's talk to that lady that set her chair up out there.
Yeah. How's your ass doing right now?
Right.
Just go. Someone go up and whisper to her, "Hey, I think that there's something going on around 9 o'clock. Don't move." Yeah.
Yeah.
It is going to be it'll be a criming shame if this was all just because there was a funeral procession.
Yeah. So.
But you guys see how things can get rolling like that. That's why we, did not come on and say this is happening. We said we don't know. We're hearing conflicting things. We're trying to figure out if it's happening.
Right.
Because that's exactly how it starts out.
We just wanted to get Steve and Fig on the live.
Yeah. We'll do anything to get them on here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just, do we get off the live now? Nothing else.
I'm just going to,
you guys
I'm going to check.
I'm going to check and see if like I said, I got a show today that don't bother me. I've already got my storyline for what I'm going to be doing. And it's related to Delphi, but it's nothing like what this would have been.
Well,
and Vroom said, how about a TK House 24/7 cam watch channel, just like they do on the bird's nests or the eagle's nest.
Yeah. Well, Shadow, just to keep you up to date with the important information, obviously you heard Tony was buying dog food.
Herman Muncher said, "Watched potheads never boil."
Oh, that's
man.
funny.
It's one of those things, where you're just, thank you, subscriber. Where you're disappointed, but yet and then it ends up with dog food. And then you're just like, wait, what? I mean, how can you almost not laugh? Because it's like everyone's all this stuff going on. And then it's like, oh, he's off buying dog food. Okay.
Yeah, maybe he's getting ready because it's coming down the line. Let's start that rumor.
Yeah.
Like we discussed, if there was going to be a news conference, if it was going to be in Delphi, it was Delphi. If it was going to be in Peru, it's going to be Peru. If CSAM. If there's not one, then there's nothing. It's a nothing burger.
Right. And by this case, you would think they'd save the press conference for Monday, considering all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If this is a hoax, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My iPad was up.
What was that?
It
was Frank.
Oh, that was funny, Jeff. I was like, where's that voice coming from? And I'm like, oh, that's Frank.
He's haunting us.
Frank. That's just a prank, right?
Yeah, exactly. And there will be a press conference unless there isn't.
Yes, exactly. That was well said. Exactly.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, Steve. Is there anything that you want to?
This is so. It's sad in such a way that everybody was hoping that this is the day.
Yeah.
And we can only hope that the day we can only hope that search was successful, and they're processing, and that day will come soon as the lab reports come back from whatever they got. If they found any evidence in that
Right.
river, and if they have, and as soon as they process it, hopefully it will reveal, and they will continue in a few days. But most certainly this here is a downer of where I wanted to be in about an hour.
Yeah.
No.
Mary Swisher, are you by chance? Okay, because I've seen the Swisher name. And the Swisher name, we all know. Switchin' Swisher is. So I've seen the Swisher name because the Swisher name was in the news not too long ago. Any relation there, Mary? And then obviously we know Kline had the Switchin' Swisher. Do you think he got that from your guys' name? Because I actually wondered that, to be honest. When I came across the Swisher name, and then I seen it on the news as well. Hopefully, you have no relation to them at all.
U.S. Libertarian said someone said KK rolled on TK, so maybe he's asphyxiated.
Oh, USA Libertarian, you one funny person.
Right, and I think we all know now. No more exclamation marks.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
There was probably supposed to be question marks, but I did change it. Okay.
Yes, it's been changed.
Yeah.
I changed it. Yeah.
Like what people get up in airs about the silliest things. If they knew how fast, first of all, Sunny's sick. Second of all, she was flying trying to get us on air and get that thumbnail up there, and her iPad kept going out on her. So, have some grace, people. Let's have some grace.
Not only that. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Sonny. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go. You go ahead.
I was going to say, I mean, I think it's one of those things that I think we're all so passionate about this case that the second, someone sees something, and, we all want it to be true so badly that, I can see where, people get short, like tempered and everything. So, let's just have a little bit of grace.
Yeah, but, right.
Yeah. Because we spend a lot, like, people don't understand, a lot of people that come on here and they just want to gripe and bitch about the most smallest thing, like somebody pissed in your cornflakes this morning or on a Fruit Loop, I don't know, sometimes. And it just is like, out of the day, I can guarantee that Adam, Steve, Deb, myself have dedicated pretty much all of our day that goes to looking at the case, diving into the case, dealing with emails, making videos, creating content, doing lives. It's a lot of work. And of course, and then when something like this happens, again, you just want to be able to bring you guys that information that we have. And so, when we started this channel, not the channel, sorry, but the live today, whoever just asked, no, TK is not arrested. So there was all this information going out there. We knew that there was a couple things going on. It's been swirling around, this information. We know Murder Sheets did a podcast, and everyone's just been antsy because everyone cares so much about the truth of Delphi and just wants justice. And so everyone is on edge, just waiting for answers. But when you come to channels and you, in a sense, freeload information, and that's what it is. It's coming to a channel to get free information, and that's why we do ask if you can just hit the like button, because it takes a lot of time, because we're dedicated to providing you with as much of factual information that we can put out there. And that's why we didn't sit there and say he was arrested. We didn't know. But if anyone watches the beginning of this live, they'll see exactly what we said. There was a couple things happening. Someone said that he was arrested at 6 a.m. We believe that was false. Then there was some other information about, people going down to the courtyard and stuff like that. So it was just a matter of being live for you guys to give you some answers as it was happening, because there are sources that help us out, that try to bring us the most up-to-date information and use the channel as a source, just like with Steve's channel as a source, to try to bring information for the people that do have channels. Fair enough. I still love you, Grace Hughes. Steve, I'm so sorry. I love you too, Steve. Don't tell them.
Hey, Deb, where's the source?
Where's the source? She's okay. She can't take a picture. He stopped at the graveyard. It just,
For his dad.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 Well, maybe that's one of the last few times they'll be able to stop at that
You
graveyard.
know
To
what,
be
Cindy?
honest.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he was.
Yeah.
Maybe he was given himself. Maybe he was given. Maybe he's going to turn himself in, and he was going to pick up dog food for whoever's taking care of the dog,
Mm-hmm.
and he was going to say whatever to his father.
Mm-hmm.
Let's speculate, right?
Yeah, that's speculative. That's definitely
but-
speculative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Steve, I'm waiting for a deep thought from you.
No, there's no deep thoughts within me right now.
Me neither. So let me put it this way. How are you feeling though about the fact of are you disappointed?
Oh, I'm just disappointed it's not occurring, and now, but most certainly there's a lot of information out there, true or untrue or whatever, wherever it's going to go. I have no doubt that Kagan played a part as far as catfishing, creating a danger to these children. So he played his special part in what happened to the lives of these two children.
Absolutely.
And I have absolutely no use for what he did and his CSAM charges and everything else. He's he's nothing but a predator, and I have no use for the human. But the information and law enforcement having to work with what information they can get out of him, plus the information that he's released to the sources. And some of those sources, like I said, MS chose to use those sources, and MS chose to release information from those sources that I believe is harmful to the case.
Mm-hmm. Or like
on a timeline that I don't agree with, that puts people's lives at danger, and so they lost me when they did that. I was always very supportive of MS for bringing light to the case of what they've done in the past with the search warrants and with the affidavit on that and the transcripts, because it brought focus to a case that these children need justice, and it didn't harm the case. But what they had happen the other day, like I said, they chose to step up and put something out there. I know they said, well, we're dealing with a liar, but it just
right,
put people's lives on either side at risk. If it's true, lives are at risk. If it's a lie, there's lives at risk.
What happened to their whole spiel of like, we only like to put the facts out there, we don't like to speculate? And that's what they did the lawyer speak of creating that. We're not saying it's true. We're not doing this. Yeah.
I mean, they did all the political speaking, politician speak or lawyer speak, whatever how you want to look at it, and created that narrative that, oh, we're not saying it's true, but we're not saying it. I mean, how would they like that to happen to one of their clients or to them, to say that? And where would they stand if you spread something that, oh, I never said it's true, And so they've created a narrative out there that most certainly has created this storm that we're having right now.
Absolutely. And thank you to everyone that's been following us today. And thank you for being respectful. We do really appreciate that. Again, subscribers mean nothing if when people come in here and then they're going to be nasty and whatever. So we always try to get rid of those ones as fast as they come in. And it is very nominal. I do want to say that you guys are awesome for actually, honestly, I'm very impressed with when I look at chat and I just see a lot of people just talking. They're not, they're not bashing, say others, and they're having opinions. We really do appreciate that. Every now and again, a little bad apple comes on in just to, and then one subscribes. There you go, and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But absolutely, Steve. You know, I don't know.
Oh,
Um,
I know at some time justice will come, and
yeah, you
uh,
know, right when the timing is right, it's right.
Mhm.
I just take everything with a grain of salt, you know, and today I wasn't really sure about, again, even as we went live, it's just like, okay, well, let's
Right.
just play this out, see how it goes, see what's happening, see what's truthful, see what's not. Because we do have a lot of good people that do talk to us, just like I know Steve does too. So,
Mhm.
so we are.
Thank you, subscriber.
Thank you, subscribers. Yeah. So there are a lot of good people that trust us, trust what we're putting out and keeping them anonymous and stuff like that because they just want to see justice done. And yet they don't have their own channels, but they care about us enough, like famously Unfamous there as well, for his coverage on Wabash, because he just wanted to help out. He didn't want the clout, even though wasn't it great? Did you guys
Yeah.
see that?
No.
I should. I
Yeah.
need a. I should play that because honestly, I should play that for as much coverage as he's given us here. I should really play that video. Let me just find it. I think it's only right to do that. Um, let's see here. Deb, are you up on your thing where you can just grab his link and drop it in the channel? Uh,
I can
or
try.
no?
Yeah, I can try.
Famous and famous, yeah. I'm just gonna pull up his thing. He's been so there. 1 second. Let me just pause it. Okay. And so you guys, if anyone doesn't know, True Crime Steve, True Crime with Sunshine. Oh, Steve. I feel like that's a mixture of both of us on that one. That this person here. See this? Look at that.
let me
True
tell you,
Crime with
let me tell you
Sunshine.
about True Crime with Sunshine.
Okay,
The
tell me
amount
about
of work that she does for missing children and the flyers that she creates. She is a storm in and of herself. So most
Wow.
certainly, she is one of my that she has a great radio voice, absolutely great radio voice, very intelligent, and she does so many missing persons on a daily basis. It's absolutely amazing, and she has my utmost respect.
I'm sorry, who are we talking about?
True Crime with
Right
Sunshine.
here. True Crime with Sunshine. Well, True Crime with Sunshine. Although I wasn't prepared for this live, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Steve gives kudos out to someone, I know that's coming from the purest place. That obviously, you're obviously a great person as well with a pure heart. So that's nice to see you in here.
Yeah.
And it's just funny how
Limited,
you're sunny, True Crime, Sunshine. See, it's just meant to be. Yeah. And to the person that's just asking, this is a still photo that was taken today by a source of ours for Deb that had put them up. And so this was taken probably about an hour and a half ago, maybe a little longer. About an hour and a half ago, actually, looking at the time. So True Crime there with Sunshine says, thanks, Steve. It's an honor to be a friend of yours and yours. Isn't he a great person, True Crime, as well? Yeah, just an amazing heart.
yeah, Steve's just amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God, just take over the show, Steve. It's all yours.
Get your own channel, dude.
Yeah, right? I know.
Yeah, I'm probably the worst person of promoting my channel in the world.
I used to feel that way. Now I'm getting better at it myself. But yeah.
Well, I don't, like I said, what's going to happen is going to happen regardless of, Mrs. Steve helps me and she gets it out. She makes up for my losses of, how we won't have an impact. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go get ready for my show.
Steve, before you leave really quick, we found out last night that, not that I have any update, but Braden is gone again.
Now he's an adult, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's an adult.
Well,
I think he's 18 now.
As Shirley said, Shirley's answer back to me was that yes, he has, but I'm not chasing him this time.
Yeah. I just wanted to let Steve know because he was, because he helped out a lot with.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Adam, because you're right. Because I was thinking of Steve too, but I probably would have forgot. I just dropped Steve's channel in the chat there, so please feel free to please go subscribe to True Crime Up. He is great at doing his lives. He's very detailed, organized, has great lives. Thank you, Steve, so much for coming and joining us. Have a great live tonight. I'm sure you're not going to be talking about this whatsoever. Yeah. Just put out a new thumbnail with a dog bag on it.
Nope. He's going over the He's going over the cryptic note, Sonny.
Is that what he's doing? Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know
Let me
what?
tell you about the
Twisted.
cryptic note. I never had a theory about the cryptic note until last night's show with y'all. Now I have a theory
Yeah.
about the cryptic note.
That's what I'm referring to. Your comment in the chat.
Wait, what comment? What was the comment?
He said he said last night in the chat that he formed an opinion about the
Oh.
cryptic note.
I didn't see it because I don't see everything. You know that. ADHD over here.
I highlight all of Steve's messages. I
Yeah?
get and I save them.
Yeah,
and
I saw
screenshot them,
that.
and I read them later.
Steve,
stalker.
are you gonna tell me of this opinion just for the sake of telling me? Not
Oh,
doesn't have
Run.
to-
No,
Steve,
not after
run.
what,
He's a stalker.
not after what you did to me the other day when you sent that little tease about.
Oh, yeah, but I sent you the picture to follow it.
3 days later.
I know. I was just
But,
like, you know what? I'm just gonna send him this. He'll understand what I meant.
No, I believe you're absolutely correct in the analysis of when when you're talking about in the phases that note was written, and that it was written and then added on to. But people don't do things in the psychological world of communications, and everything about our lives where we communicate. We don't, human nature is we're very, very basic and pretty much almost lazy. I mean, humans are, towards that end, and they don't do things without a purpose. And that message was put out in its original form, and the original form is, to me, is the most important because that's what they were trying to send originally.
Mm-hmm.
And now some of the added on stuff coming on with, well, I won't get that in too, but that's my take of it. Y'all had the professional last night. Very impressive lady, extremely intelligent. Most certainly I enjoyed the show. And so mine is that yes, there was a purpose of that, and that note was meant to be read by someone.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And it was meant to say a certain thing.
Correct.
And of course, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know. Maybe one day we'll come on your show and you have people. I don't know.
Maybe.
And that's something else. I'm the worst interviewer ever been, I guess.
But it's just like here. We just shoot the talk, let it flow. Sometimes you just gotta let it flow.
Laura June says she has an online date with Mrs. Steve soon or shortly. She is a star. I agree, Laura June.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Anyways,
Mrs. Steve almost broke my heart the other day. She said, "Now you're welcome to do shows without me," and I said, "No, that's not. No, it's been Mr. and Mrs. Steve for 32 years. It's not
right."
I feel like Steve was probably getting anxiety when she said that. He's like, no.
I did. I almost collapsed. No. It's a team effort. It's a team effort.
That's right.
I get it. Anyways, you get going.
But Miss Steve's probably over there going, yeah, team effort. I do everything.
Yeah.
All right,
Plus,
guys.
I love Adam more.
I'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a great show.
Okay.
Bye,
Yeah.
Bye,
You too,
Steve.
Steve. Take care. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull up that okay, I just don't want to be seen actually. Okay, all right, you guys want to see me at my finest?
I think you look good, especially considering you were sick, girl. I wouldn't be on here.
You guys, I know just right when we started the live, I got a sore throat. And I was like, and I know me and I know how sore throats are. When you get a sore throat, for me, it means that I'm coming down with something because it just appears out of Adam.
You had a sore throat the other night.
Hmm?
That's not true. You had a sore throat. Wednesday night.
But So this, maybe it was oncoming to this. I don't know either, but usually when I get a sore throat. But anyways, so after the live's over, my throat's still killing me. It's still really whatever. And then I wake up, or just even in the middle of the night, I wake up at 2 a.m. and all of a sudden I'm like all stuffy and sinusy. And I'm like, I don't even have any COVID tests, but I don't really care because it's a flu regardless of some sort. So I'm just like going, who gave it to me? You know, I worked 3 days. Was it my husband? I doubt, maybe. But anyways, yeah. Yeah. See, Ahana Lee, go on with your bad self. Thank you. So I'm just going to quickly share. So Famously Unfamous has been writing our channel with the footage that's been going on at the Wabat. So I'm going to show the news coverage with Famously Unfamous on it. Not that he asked for it, because he never does. But it's my way of, thanking him like I always do whenever he sends me a video, and then we're able to share it on our channel here. So thank you very much, Famously Unfamous. And I'm just going to show the coverage here because I just think it's well deserved. And Famously Unfamous channel, I'll drop it in a second here, okay? So let's see here. Share screen. And okay, well, here, share. Okay, is it big? Is it showing up big? Let's take a look. We'll take us off the screen for a sec.
Right.
Bring this down, and I'm just going to hit play. Okay, here I am. Hey.
Wabash River in Corinth. The search started 5 weeks ago. The search is believed to be connected to Kline and the weapon used in the Delphi murders. ITV's Richard Essex has the story for us.
Kline was taken out of jail a couple weeks ago. He is facing 30 child porn-related charges for using a fake social media account, Anthony Shots. He used that account to get sexual images from underage girls. Now, police say that
an echo
could be linked to the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German.
It just seems like there's a lot more attention being given to that side of the bridge.
Danny Gill says he is on this bridge over the Wabash River a couple times a week. He is documenting the search of the river on his YouTube channel called Famously Unfamous. Gill says over the past 5 weeks, a team of 10 to 15 people from state police have meticulously searched the river. The search started on the west side of the Nickel Plate Bridge and has progressed about 400 yards past. The searchers have placed poles topped with red flags as they move along the river.
Right where you're standing, they set up a tripod, like a surveyor's tripod, and had a guy standing out with like a surveyor stick, and they marked out each little area.
So
and
they've surveyed it, right?
They've surveyed it, yes. Took pictures, for crime scene probably.
That was on September 2nd, and later that same day, he did capture video of state police using a drone over the river. Then earlier this week, more eyes in the sky.
Yesterday, a state police helicopter did fly over. It did, I don't know if it was a figure 8 or 2 circles, and then it headed straight south. And I did look it up on the flight tracker, and it was registered Indiana State Police.
Over the past couple of weeks, the searchers have raked the ground on both sides of the river. On the north side of the bank under the bridge, there's a pile of metal and other objects collected during the search. Every day, weather permitting, the team from state police gather in a parking lot near the river, change into wetsuits and get into the river. We have seen a few people with metal detectors working in various parts of the river, but most of the searching is done on their hands and knees.
I have not seen them bring anything out as far as evidence, but they carry buckets and things like that with them. So I'm sure that it's not something that you just grab and then go run into the bank with.
The search began around August 19th. That's the same time that court records show Kline was released to the custody of state police. In the order originally sealed to the public, it did not specify the exact reason, and state police would not comment on why to iTeam8. 2 court filings last month by Kline's lawyer say that he is exploring other legal options and is in negotiation with the prosecutor. But the Murder Sheet podcast reports Kline was present for his search of the river. I went to Kline's father's house, it is not far from the bridge, hoping that he might share some insight in the search. No one answered the door.
I have reached out to Kline's lawyer, and he has not responded to my calls. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, iTeam.
Oh, that was really nice. That they put him on there because he was down there all the time. Unfortunately, at the moment, like, you know, he has real life stuff, of course, going on, and needs to go help his grandpa and stuff like that. Thank you, subscriber. But yeah, so he did do a great video that we had on here the other night. It was about 14 minutes long. You guys can go back and check that one out. Actually, let me just go. Deborah, I don't know if you're seeing anything there. I'm just going to go find the link for that to post it in here for all you guys that didn't see it. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Deborah.
if you haven't subscribed to Famously Unfamous, do so, because his show is so cool. And he will be driving around with a police scanner going, you know, late at night, and goes directly to wherever the crime is happening, and lets you see what's going on. So he's like, it's like, you know, citizen on patrol or whatever. So check him out. He's done such great work, and helped us out with videos, and great guy. We're really thrilled.
And honestly, he just literally, you know, messaged me. We just bonded, and he was just like, "Here, Sonny, like, this is for the girls. You'll get more views on your channel," type of thing. Like, he's not in it for no clout. It's just for the sake of the girls, and that's really what it's about, right? So it's so beautiful when people are truly unselfish like that, and just like, hey, some people just say, like, don't use my name. I don't need any recognition or whatever. I always usually do, or mention, but if they want it private, I'll just say, you know, someone sent it, of course, to us. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly stick up another picture here. It's similar to the other one, but there we go. I'll put that up there. Whoops, put us beside it, I guess. There we go. Okay, so this was taken about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours ago now, this picture. And again, so at the time that people were talking about the source, or sorry, our source, and that had taken this picture, and then it was just one of those things where the curtains had closed. So obviously someone was in the house. His truck's been there. And Deborah, if you just want to recap for anybody again that's new and has come in again. Thanks, Sharon.
Okay, so we started hearing rumblings earlier in the day that TK had been arrested and taken into custody. And so we started getting in touch with our contacts and our sources and trying to track that down. And lots of people and lots of YouTubers were saying that it was a done deal. And we just were not sure of that. We weren't hearing that. So our sources went there and camped out in front of his house, which is the picture you see right there. Everything was low key, nothing going on. And then our source also traveled out to an area where his family lived. And on the way back from there, she actually saw him coming out of the farm supply store and loading a bag of dog food into his vehicle. And then she followed him, and he stopped at the graveyard. So he is not in custody. Now, is something going to happen? We don't know. But our point was to find out if the story was true. We did find out it was not. And I know we're all disappointed. But, you know, right. That's what's been going on. And we're glad that we could bring truth to you and let you guys know. And believe me, when it is true and someone is arrested, we will be on here and we will be celebrating with all of you. And we, you know, really thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out here with us to find out the facts and the truth. And we will always strive to bring that to you.
100%.
Yeah. And Sonny, I think that Adam might have sent something.
Okay.
Just the statement that Murder She put out.
Okay. And just so you know, so hey Deb, I forgot that we just did that on the live when we showed that. I didn't actually have a video. I thought I had a video of it that I did separately. I remember when I thought I did a video separately of when Famously Unfamous did that coverage of that great live, like of that great video the other day. But I'm looking at the videos and I'm not seeing that specific one.
Right.
And I'm thinking, did I just play it during the live? I didn't
I'm
actually.
not sure.
Either way,
I'm not sure.
Jacqueline, to answer your question really quickly, yeah, there's no inclination that anything's happening on any of the news channels in the Indiana area.
yeah. Let me just look in the. Yeah, and so 1 second there. I'm just gonna pull up a Facebook there, Adam.
And again, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he, has been given a certain amount of time to turn himself in. Those documents would still not be public yet. So we don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Deb, remind me. I got another email from someone.
Yeah, to tease. So
send it in the chat.
So Murder Sheet says, "Hi all. We will keep this pretty brief. Nothing we have heard makes us believe that anything is happening in the Delphi case today."
Right.
Yeah.
Here's what I think happened. Somebody saw that caravan of police cars going to the funeral for that police. I believe it was a police woman, and they were headed in that direction, and tongues started wagging, and I think it just started escalating, and telling this person, telling that person, like a bad game of telephone.
Right.
Yeah.
The Kokomo and the No posted it, and then I know someone named Jennifer Shives or something that put it on Facebook, and I think it all spiraled from there.
Yeah.
But at the end, there's not truth to it. It just means that we don't know about anything yet.
Right.
Like I said.
And I think most people that too watch us now, that they understand that, like I said, just like everyone has their sources that help them out, so do we. So we just try to bring you as best as the facts as possible, taking everything with a grain of salt that it comes out, unless it's actually factual. But, if it's something that we deem as important, of course, well, like we did today, we weren't planning on doing a live, but obviously, there was a lot being said, and it was like, okay, this is, at first we were talking about, do we do a live? Do we not do a live right now? Then there was a lot of stuff circulating. It was like, okay, because, we do have a lot of good coverage here on this channel, and we thank you guys for joining us. And as you can see, the channel keeps growing and growing, and we appreciate the fact of you guys subscribing to us. And and if you guys could actually just hit the like button, that would mean a lot to us.
Yeah. We just want this solved for the girls. And like I said to Becky, I said, I'm just praying that today is the day.
Thank you, Wendy.
Right.
Absolutely. So even if it doesn't happen today, hopefully something obviously in the very near future, because as you guys can see, right, we've had the search at the Wabash, there's markers. Again, you guys can go into that link that I just dropped, and you can just scroll past it till you find the coverage of that video. I will thank you, subscriber, because Famously Infamous did a great video coverage. He literally went down into that area and was showing you exactly about the markers and different things. And so I guess come Monday, we'll see else, if anything much is going on over there. Yeah. We talk to Becky now and again, of course.
It was a text message, but yes. And I mean, I'm sure that she was bombarded by people. So just the fact that she responded to me at all, I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Right. I also wanted to say to our Peru source, and you know who you are, and we know who you are.
Yeah.
You did a great job today. Fabulous. Stuck with it like a little bulldog.
Right.
And I'm proud of you, and I'm grateful for you bringing truth to this. We appreciate it.
And now if you could just get a tent and
don't encourage her.
We're probably going to need you to just go knock on the door tonight.
She was willing. She was going to do it.
You know what? I would so do that.
You don't want me encouraging her.
Yeah. All right.
You guys trust me. You guys, I feel so badly that I don't even live in Indiana, because I'd be like flies to shit on these people. Knock, knock. Hello. Just me. Avon calling. Do you want to buy some dog food from Avon? Yeah.
I'd put on my like little Mormon outfit and I
Yeah, hide
knock on
behind
the
him.
door.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking this, like somebody could ding dong ditch because it would probably take him a while to get there to the door. You know, I mean,
I would just be like,
Just
"Hi, can
ring
we
the
have time for
doorbell
me to
and
tell you
run."
about Jesus Christ today?"
Yeah. Hey,
You
does
probably
this
could
ski
hear
mask?
that.
Yeah. I
You
just
probably-
go to his window with a ski mask on, going, "Does this look familiar? Does it look
Yeah.
familiar?" Do you know anything about this ski mask? Does it look familiar?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
again, if anyone knows about like the whole ski mask thing, we all know two happened in 2010 right beside the Kline home.
Mhm.
Yeah. Jesse said, "I'll totally knock with a Kirby vacuum." My parents had a Kirby vacuum.
Sorry, I got a
Oh.
call.
Well,
But
guys,
yeah.
Let's get off here, and just in case we have to come back on at some point.
Yeah,
But
let's get
we'll
off.
see everyone tomorrow.
I'm gonna
and
go
everybody
upload.
tune into Steve, True Crime Web coming on at 8:00.
Yeah. So that's in a couple more hours. No, it's 1 more hour, I suppose, eh? Because 3 hours difference over there for
Oh, I
you
think
guys.
was he on at 7 or 8 tonight?
It's on at 8.
He said 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, I'm just gonna go back to my program here, and I'm going to upload the video separately for that footage because I thought that I had already, but the last footage that Famously Unfamous did, you guys, if honestly, if you guys wanted to see really great footage from the Wabash, that this is the one to watch. So look out for that to come in about maybe 15 minutes time. Okay. Anyways,
Right.
you guys
Well,
take care. Go
That's
ahead.
awesome. Steve's at like 2,600 subscribers. That's awesome.
Oh, he must have
Awesome.
jumped to about 100 in the last 2
Yeah,
days.
Yeah.
I just
Nice.
noticed that. So that's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah.
He
And don't
deserves it.
forget, yeah, absolutely. And again, if you haven't subscribed to Famously Unfamous channel, besides the Wabash, right? He goes around, puts on his scanner. But he said, you guys, just so you know, so recently they got rid of all their assistants for the scanner, for the Peru scanner. They literally like emptied them and brought in new people. And said that they're not releasing certain information. So obviously something's going on there as well. But yeah, so whatever that meant. That hey, hi. Oh, hi,
Hey,
Crimezilla. Yeah, bye, Crimezilla.
Yeah, we're all leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. So Tony wasn't arrested today. False alarm on that one. A lot of circulation going on. He was buying dog food. End of story. Visiting his dad's gravesite. And yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for the subscribers.
Good fire drill.
Yeah, it was a fire drill. We'll all gather together later.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to get a new like he's been arrested outfit.
Yeah. Oops, I better come on here.
I've been saving this one.
Yeah, were you? Is that what that was? It's like almost like the freaking red and like
Yeah,
jailbird.
I had it hanging up, just ready to go.
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna go do that video. Then I'm probably gonna text. Oh wait, I can't text KK, can I? Because he doesn't have the shipping yet. No. Oh darn it. Okay. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to go make a video.
You need to go rest your throat.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you guys just don't want me to talk. Keep me talking. So that comes out at some point. They're like, finally, we can do a live with Sunny shutting up. Huh.
It'll never happen.
No, I'd be like, I don't like that. No. Anyways, you guys, thanks for the subscribers. Thank you for joining us
Thanks,
today.
guys.
Again, we will bring you any news as fast as it happens for us, because there are some great people out there helping us, of course, bring stuff to us, which is always great.
Mm-hmm.
So very much appreciated to the person that knows who they are. Well, there's a few people. Thank you so much for everything. And thank you to Fig and Steve from True Crime Web for joining us today as well. Great live. Thank you guys. Thank you for the super stickers and chats.
Yeah.
And
We
all right, guys.
you.
Yeah.
All
If
right.
you guys want to become a member,
Bye.
it's $1.99. Take care. Bye bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you soon.
Or yeah.